Welcome once again to Trackstarz NCAA Football Talk 2017. I am Lathan, the NCAA correspondent for the Trackstar sports team, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you about three up-and-coming, what ESPN would call rival games. Alright, so up first, we have the season opener of Alabama versus Florida State. These two teams last played on September 29th in 2007 when Florida State went on to win 21-14. This was Nick Saban's first non-conference loss while at Alabama, and to my knowledge, I think it was also his first season coaching Alabama as well. These two teams has previously met 4 times in total. Alabama and Florida State met in 65, 67, 74, and of course, like I just mentioned, back in 07. Alabama is winning the series right now, currently sitting at 2-1. But Florida State is looking better than they have ever been when meeting Alabama, and I'm expecting a very close game. Unfortunately, Nick Saban has become like a coaching god, for lack of a better term, and he's nearly impossible to beat in a season opener. I don't see a well outcome for Florida State this year, sorry. However, I do agree with the prediction that this game might happen again at the end of the season, and it might be a totally different story. I mean, just look at last year. Alabama started off the season against Clemson, ran through everybody, and then Clemson beat them at the end of the season. Might happen again this year with Florida State. But Florida State's got to escape the ACC first. Alabama-Florida State season opener happens September 2nd at 8 p.m. It will be airing on ESPN. Yeah, if you miss that game, you're going to miss a heck of a game. Don't miss. Georgia versus Notre Dame. This game was last played back in 1981, January 1st, New Year's Day. Georgia ended up beating Notre Dame 17-10 in this game. Now, what I found interesting about this is their only meeting. They've only met once. And this was supposed to be a national title game, number 1 versus number 2. But what ended up happening is, at that time, the bowls, which Georgia ended up going to the Sugar Bowl and playing because, automatic SEC bid, the Sugar Bowl has that. Georgia finished the season at number 1, and at the time that Notre Dame had received the bid to play against Georgia in the Sugar Bowl, they were number 2. However, right after they accepted the bid to play in the Sugar Bowl, Notre Dame went and played USC, and USC beat the brakes off them. And then Notre Dame fell down to number 7. So instead of being number 1 versus number 2, it ended up being number 1 versus 7. Yeah. That's why if you're looking at this game back in the history books and you're like, wait, why is the number 1 team playing the number 7 team in the bowl game and being declared the national champs? That's why. September 9th, 7:30 p.m. Catch that game. Last game I'm going to talk about, USC versus Texas. USC last played Texas January 4th in 2006 in the Rose Bowl for the national title game. It was number 1 versus number 2. Both teams were undefeated. It was a very awesome, epic game. If you didn't catch that game, I am sorry. You need to go and find that game and rewatch it. It was awesome to the very end. High scoring too. Vince Young was honestly the difference maker. He's the one that made Texas win that game. His mobility was just hard for USC to stop. These two teams have met 5 times previously. Up till that national title game, USC was winning every game. Like, Texas just couldn't figure out how to beat them. The series standing between USC and Texas is 4-1 USC. this game should be a fireworks of game. Both teams really aren't doing as well, but I do see USC coming out on top this year because I don't think Texas has gotten all the weapons back that they really need to get back to really put it to USC. If you're interested in watching it, September 16th at 8:30 p.m. It's sure to be a primetime game, and I think it would be very well worth it to watch that game. All right, that's all I got for y'all. Of course, like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you want more information about NCAA football.
I feel like it don't matter anymore. I'm getting used to the way the world turns. But I must say it's spinning really fast when I look at her. I just found just a few years younger. Girl, I could be a boy wonder. You could be my prima donna. What am I, my wife or my daughter? Got a ring on my finger, but it feels so convenient to slip it off when I fold my hands. She's been looking at me all night long, and I know I can. I just